Hello everyone, Victor Fernandez here. I got on camera just a little bit late, but that's what happens when you go live. Anything's possible. Appreciate you joining me today, and I actually have a special guest with me today. Here it is. Can you guess what it is? Now, if you said a scale, you'd only be half right, because I'm going to tell you what exactly this is as well. It can be your worst nightmare if you let it be during your weight loss journey. And let me tell you how. I see this all the time. People start focusing on losing weight. They do all the right things. They start eating healthy. They start exercising more. They're getting active. They're taking all the necessary steps to succeed, to succeed at their weight loss journey. But then they step on this damn thing day in and day out, sometimes multiple times a day. And what does that do? It does one of two things. One, if it shows you a number you want to see, if it shows you your number on the scale going down, it makes you feel great, as it should. You feel like you're validating the work that you've done, the work that you've put in. But what happens when the number on this thing goes up, or it becomes stagnant for an extended period of time? What then? I see it all the time. What the hell? I'm working hard, I'm eating right, I'm doing everything I need to do, and the number's going up, or it's not going down, and it's been like that for weeks at a time. That's when the problems start, because it starts messing with you up here, and then ultimately down here. I mean, there's nothing more demoralizing than weighing yourself after you feel like you've done everything right. You've been real meticulous with charting everything you eat, getting workouts in, making sure you're doing everything you need to do to be successful, and then you don't see the results in your favor on this scale. Now, if I didn't pay a pretty penny for this damn thing, I'd toss it across the room and tell you to do the same with yours. But I'm just going to go ahead and set it down for right now, because then I'd have to buy a new one. Here's the thing. I'm all for checking the number on the scale, getting on the scale and checking your weight. I'm all for that within reason. Yes, weight loss, what the number says, is a part of the weight loss journey, of the overall health and fitness journey. But it's just a small part. Okay? Here's the thing. Just because the number doesn't reflect what you think it should reflect, based on the work that you've put in, based on the effort you've put forth, doesn't mean you haven't accomplished something. Doesn't mean you haven't made progress. Doesn't mean you haven't had wins along the way. All it means is the number on the scale hasn't changed. That's all it means. I've had clients, on both sides of the coin, where they're putting in the effort and they realize, I haven't lost as much weight as I thought I should. I was expecting 2 or 3 pounds and I only lost 1. I was expecting a couple pounds and I ended up gaining, or I just stayed stagnant. And that's frustrating. What happens next? If that happens consistently over time, what happens next? People get frustrated and they say, the hell with this. I'm not doing this anymore. I quit. And that's the worst thing possible, all because of what the number on a scale is telling them. So here's what you need to do. Keep weighing yourself. That's not a problem. Weigh yourself no more than once a week, please. Once a week. Not once a day, not twice a day. You can do it at the end of a week, beginning of a new week, to see where you're at compared to where you were the week before. That's fine. But once a week at most. That's what I have with my clients. None of my clients weigh more than once a week. Some of them weigh once every couple of weeks, because they've grown an understanding of the role the scale plays and how deceiving the number on that scale can seem at times. I've had clients who have lost only a couple of pounds here or there. But when they look at themselves in the mirror, when they see how their clothes fit, when they sense the amount of energy they have, how they're now able to not only keep up with their kids, but surpass their kids, go out there and have fun with them and not only keep up, but go beyond. And then they look at the scale and lost a couple of pounds, and it's like, so what? You know, it's amazing to me how much stock people put into that number on the scale, as if that's the only thing that matters. So again, once a week at most. But what I want you to do is start taking progress photos. Now with my clients, it's often once every couple of weeks, or more regularly once a month at most. And that way you can see them side by side, see what they look like, make sure you're taking them from the front, from a side, and from the back. Whatever side you pick, stay with that side moving forward for consistency's sake, and you'll be able to put those photos side by side and be able to see tangible progress regardless of what the number on that scale says. I also want you to assess yourself. How are your clothes fitting? Or are those shorts a little looser? Does that sweatshirt feel a little baggier? You know, are you having to wear a belt now where you previously were on the first or second loop and now you're on the third or fourth loop? I had a client talk to me about that just last week. How he's on the belt he had where in the beginning when he first started, 3-4 months ago, he was in the first or second loop. Now he's to a point where he's about 1 or 2 loops shy of needing a new belt. So it's not just about the number on the scale. Assess your energy level. If you're going for a run and you are huffing and puffing in less than a mile one day, then a month from now, you're able to run that mile much more effortlessly. Does the scale take away from that? Does the scale devalue your ability to do that? No. So stop focusing on the scale so much. That's one part of the equation. That's all that matters. It's not all that matters. There's so much more that goes into it. So remember, progress photos, once every couple of weeks, once a month. Assess how you feel, how you look. Check yourself out in the mirror. Hey, why not? Check your energy level. And you know what? This won't bother you much anymore when you do that. I promise you. You'll have a great rest of the day. Take care, folks. See you next time.